Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. I don't know what was up with that audio, but House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 7, Driftmark. And we're back for another episode. What a great ending to this episode. A lot of exciting stuff happened right there at the end. Twisting and turning. I didn't see it coming. I knew something hinky was up, but I kind of believed what was happening on screen, followed the progression. I was like, oh, okay, they're going to kill this guy. And I love the twists and turns. What a night. I can't wait to get over to Recap Guy, but I'm not alone tonight. Of course, with me I have the best, the beautiful, the live motherfucker chat. Here we go. Who do we have in the chat with us tonight? Let me turn this off. Let me turn this damn picture. Rhaenyra, get off my damn screen. We have Mark A. Houston. We got Peter Griffin. We got Rishi. We got Atari Dad. We got Maud Mary. Oh, Mark's drunk. Good. I'm going to get there in a second, my friend. Peter Griffin. Loner Incognito. Peter. Pumpkin Eater. Lady Danish. We got Luna in the live chat. Loner Incognito. Mona C. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun making that damn thing. Welcome. And also, I have a voicemail line open tonight. The Issues Hotline, 781-990-8509. Get your thoughts in about this episode, about the whole season, any questions you might have. Also, we got a lot of fun in this episode with the kids. I mentioned in Tony's stream, if anyone was watching, what I meant by Muppet Babies is we did get some kids stuff. We got some scenes, and they actually mattered, and they were intense. There was the scene with Mr. One Eye there, Aemon One Eye, I was going to call him Aegon, but Aemon One Eye, was it a little bit kind of like the never-ending story with him hanging on the the never-ending one-eyed bastard? He's not a bastard. The never-ending one-eyed piece of shit and all that. And what a turnaround for me in that situation. I understand, I've heard some of the tales of this particular character, that he's kind of a dinkburger and a tough customer, so to speak. But I got to admit, the show did a great job for someone like me that isn't completely familiar with the source material to kind of make me root for this little turd for a little bit. I was rooting for him when he's going over to get the get the dragon after his family made fun of him with the pink dread the other week. I'm like rooting for this kid. Oh, and he gets on the dragon back. He's flying. Da, 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 da. It's amazing. It was great. It was a great scene. The never-ending story stuff. I was feeling it. And then they get to the next scene, and he's like the biggest douche nozzle this side of Joffrey. He's just like a little pompous dickhole, and he's owning it. I mean, the actor, the little kid, I got to give him I'm hard on kid actors where they don't pull shit off, but this kid pulled off a lot. He's had the most heavy lifting of the kid actors so far, and he's done it really, really strongly. I enjoyed the scene watching him connect with the dragon, bond with the dragon, something we haven't necessarily seen exactly like that before. I thought that was done well. As I said, some of the CG, Tony mentioned this when we were talking after the pre-show stream, so I'll give him credit. They thought, he was hanging off and it looked a little whatever, but I agree with that. It looked a little never-ending story, but I got into it in the moment. I'm watching, I'm like, whoa, he's flying Vagar. I'm super pumped about it. And then the next scene, this little douche nozzle is talking shit and hitting people and being a prick all around. But he does also come back for me at the end where he's like, yeah, it's a fair price. I traded my eye for a dragon. And it's the biggest dragon too. We're going to kick some serious ass. I liked Otto in this episode. I liked watching his surprise that his family wasn't letting him down with his eyes. And he didn't have to say much. He did say when he got into the Alicent scene later, he expresses his pride for her insanity and then talks about how Aemon, I keep wanting to say Aegon. Every time I go in my own mind to say Aemon, I almost say Aegon. So that's why there's that pause right there. What's this fucker's name? I'm still not fast on the draw on some of the names. But yeah, let's get in the live chat here. Yeah, no hands on the ladies. That's another. I hate Otto. I hate Otto too. I freaking hate him. But I like the actor's portrayal of him in this episode as a schwarmy little bastard, picking up and being proud of how his family's doing crazy shit. doing on the verge of risky kind of stuff. And I also like him roughing up Aegon there, who's pissed off he can't jerk off from the heights of Driftmark. Atari Dad says, gonna duck out now. Phil, planning on binge watching the season, avoiding spoilers, so I can't. Looking forward to the roast of the Walking Dead finale. I know, I wish that started tonight in some ways, as I will announce Joe Dirty Locks will be returning to the podcast for the final 3 or 4 Walking Dead episodes that we're gonna do when this season is over with. So if anyone's popping on in here wondering if Joe and I are gonna be ripping the Walking Dead in half tonight, no, we have not watched it, so we cannot rip said show in half yet. But we will be back to talk about the whole season. I might release some shorter reviews with Joe. Holy shit, we got a super chat from Tracy G. This episode was straight fire. And this is how you write an uncle niece, not like Jon and Daenerys. That was trash. Yeah, with Jon and Daenerys, it came off more as creepy. Creepy. So I'm going to take a drink for you, Tracy. Toast up to you. Drink for Tracy. Woo! Yes. And we also have a voicemail line, as I mentioned earlier, but we have 2 voicemails right now. I will get to them in a second. You can also text on in if I miss your chat, rolling on by 781-990-8509. I gotta see if this music's fixed. What was up with the music? Play the damn music, Phil. Okay. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure the audio for our phone calls aren't messed up because it's the same line. Anyways, let's continue into the live chat. Otto smiled more at Allison. Yeah, he gave her that movie, that smile. And I like how impressed he was with what Aemon did. And again, I don't like these frickin' high towers. They're sketchy ass folk. Although, Allison had another great episode. I feel like Olivia Cook, these 2 episodes has been the MVP acting candidate, or just the way she's ripping up scenery and grabbing the knife, rolling out. Oh, I enjoyed her performance. I don't like her. I'm not on her side. I want to make this clear before we get into it. Bridge said he was on the common people's side. Like can't get on either of these people's sides. But for me, I'm on the good entertainment side. That's what I want. I want the good entertainment side. And Allison is excellent TV. Oh my goodness. Music was on point again. Phil, can you make a fuck Otto song? Yes. I will do something. Make requests in the comment section of this video after the fact, or email me, igotissuesman@gmail.com, because I will fucking forget that shit, but I will definitely work on it. There's this guy around, he's got an auto fucking thing, fuck him in the ground. I just need to write some music about it. But yes, I knew you were going to make us 50-50 with the God's Eye Cup. The boys didn't attack Aemon till the girl started punching. In fairness, that is true. Aemon did not throw the first punch in that fight. We're going to watch it back. We're going to check this out again. We got recap guy is in the house. He will be telling us, talking about us. Yes, please do a fuck Otto song. Oh my goodness. Can we do should I just use I need to rewrite the Timo song, so but yes, we will get It's Timo's Rip Tonight. It's Timo's Rip Tonight. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. Fuck Otto. But yes, I will definitely work on something. I'll try to get that shit going. I got to get that shit going. Okay, turn that down. Okay, so, Lane, are you craven? How can you make Queen Rhaenyra cry? You think you die? Replace Sansa with Otto, keep it simple. Yeah, there we go. I did that without great minds think alike, my friend. Great minds think alike. What's up? We got the one and only, the amazing Mandrell in the live chat. Love you, buddy. Great to see you in the chat. Too long since we've been on a stream together, rocking it. We gotta figure something out soon. They should have killed Aemon for hitting those girls. Screw his fucking eyes, says Jackie. Otto was kind of chill tonight. He was more sitting in the back, watching. appreciating the position his family has got him in, appreciate that Alicent worked her way to get him the job back, appreciating that Aemon is a dick cheese, beating the crap out of people and taking dragons. Oh my goodness. The Laenor twist was wild. I did not see it coming. It was really fun and a very interesting way to mix that up. As Bridge and Tony were talking about this a bit in the after show, that we were in the after show of the pre-show, that it was a wonderful surprise because, you know, in the book situation, it's coming from people's perspectives, what they think happened. So now we're actually getting to see what really happened. And it was a bit of a surprise and an interesting, fun surprise to see Daemon be a part of it, to see all of that happen. I very much enjoyed that. Clearly, they were all in. Aemon was the hero of this episode for me, says Maud Mary. Heather says, do we know that Rhaenyra didn't plan to have Laenor killed, or did he outsmart her? I don't think so. I think we take from what Rhaenyra says at the end, our enemies will think that we did something like this. They won't think, they'll wonder what we could have done next, XYZ. I don't know her exact wording. We'll listen to that later in the recap. But I would say that is a good question. But no, I would say that she was in on it. It was her plan. Or her and Daemon's plan. But I think they were all in on it. Whose body was on fire? Good damn question, Loner Incognito. I don't know. So some random poor bastard that got stuck in this whole situation, literally. But I did not see that coming. We got the Cakester that rides in the live chat right now. Thank you so much, Cakester, for checking out this live stream. I love sci-fi. Rhaenyra would never kill him. They were each other's best friends for over a decade. Maud Mary is all about Team Aemon tonight. Aemon is the GOAT. Hit that like button. Thank you, Sonic. That was all part of their plan. Sonic Boy, who's been a channel member for over a month now, has upgraded his badge from our conga drum to King Goofy. Thank you very much for the channel support. Mandrell says, what do you think of the changes they've made in the show in contrast to the books? So far, what I've heard, the changes that they've made, I like. I think pretty much every single one adds a good touch to where they are going with this show. So there aren't any that stand out to me as strongly negative to what I've seen. People that are more loyal to the source material need to tell me what they think of that question. For me, it's been mostly, if not all, good TV. If anything, and this isn't even a change from the books. They probably added more because of it. I would just want more. I would want to spend more time in each time frame. Instead of having one episode and then between every episode we have a huge time jump, having 2 episodes before a time jump. Something like that. A couple of transitions that we've seen or changes to the Apple Card in the world I wouldn't have minded seeing. But again, as I've said in many places, I feel weird complaining about that because I've enjoyed this show. This show, the rapid pacing or any changes from the source material haven't negatively affected anything in the show. And I feel like with George being on the staff, any changes are more like equivalent to The Boys changing from the comics to the show, where you have, Invincible, I should say, not The Boys. Invincible changing from the comics to the show, where you have Kirkman working there, working on the show, wanting to make things he did in the books better. And I feel like in House of the Dragon, you're kind of doing a similar thing. They're holding true to the source material while still trying to improve certain things and give you more information in more situations, if that makes sense. Because House of the Dragon is because Fire and Blood, same with The World of Ice and Fire, are both accounts from a person, not seeing everything from a wide-angled lens, I tried to say. Okay, this episode was better than last week's. In fact, it's my top episode for the whole damn universe, says Tulkas. Laenor returned as Adam Hall and takes back Seasmoke. Mark Hudson just remembered Jon Snow knows nothing. And you know what, Mark? Just because I know the condition your condition is in, my friend, I got to toast it up to you, my friend. As we wait on our watch till Vince Gilligan's new show comes out on Apple TV, starring Kim frickin' Wexler. Miss Duncan the Tall. What the fuck? What an amazing goddamn episode. I added goddamn in there too, but I wanted to add some more. And of course, speaking of goddamn amazing people, we got Igor in the live chat. Should have filmed 20 episodes. That's what I'm saying, Igor. But in fairness, and again, I don't want to dwell too much on this, but in fairness, that is what you should always leave the audience wanting more. Give them what want them. Give them want them. Make them want more. And they've definitely done that on this show. I feel like some of the transitions, a few of them could have been smoother with some more times. That being said, they want to get to the meat and potatoes at the beginning of season 2. Give us a couple of big hitting moments here at the end of the season. Have every episode of this fucking season bam you at one point in time. This episode did it again at the end of this episode, or in the fight scene with the kids. The first half of the episode was a little, on the slower side at the funeral, but still very good and very textured, and actually more what I want in the sense of getting character progression and building up character. I love what we got in the first half of this episode because it moved slower. But then it, at the perfect opportunity, hit its goddamn climax and exploded all over our face like Aegon over a million people down in King's Landing. The bastard son of 1,000 maniacs. God damn it. Cat's paw dagger is dagger. You could hear. There's my Boston coming out, dude. The cat's paw dagger, dude. With the fucking dagger was all fucked up. And when it got fucked up, I'm already getting buzzed, dude. My head's moving. You're not imagining this. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. What's wrong with me? Oh, dude. I'm off my rocker. What the fuck? Fix this shit. Fix it. It's making me uncomfortable. There we go. Fix it. Okay. I was a little off center there for a second. I was off. Fuck that kid, says Vic. Team Black. I love it. Keep the battles coming. Keep it fun. Keep going at it. We love fun debate here and ridiculosity and ridiculous stuff in the live chat. So keep it coming. Keep your support. If you're Maud Mary supporting Team Aemon, so let's just start this off right. This is an easy one. Pick. Sorry, I'm typing and I can't talk and type at the same time. Pick, damn you. Fucking here we go. Let's make it known right now. Let's see where we're at this point in the episode after episode 7. Let's see. We'll ask this again later too. But let's see where you're at this point right now. Change all the House of Dragons accents to the Boston accents, dude. Team Blue, dude. I'm watching this fucking Dynasty in shambles. I should have put one more. I should have put Team Anarchy or Team I Don't Give a Fuck. I just want a good show. Because really that's where I am on it, and I always am on television. I talk about this a lot. I talk about this when I refer to sports too. I am a sports fan, and people can throw it at me and be like, yeah, this is such a douchebag kind of take, but I don't care. I'm gonna take it anyways. I do have a couple teams I'm a huge fans of, especially the Boston Celtics and the Raiders, dude. Mainly because I can say it both like that. I do like other sports teams, and I do like other sports or whatever, or certain athletes, but for the most part, those are the only two I got the pajamas for. That I'm wearing those PJs. I'm a Celtics fan. I'm a Raider fan. But even when I'm watching those two teams compete, I'm more rooting for a good game. I want to watch something that I'm highly entertained by. That I'm like, whoa. So it's the same thing here with House of the Dragon. As much as I probably, if you put my hand to the fire that controls House Targaryen in this situation, I would be Team Black. But really, I'm just team watch a good show. And Allison right now won this episode. She won the episode. She killed it. She was fun. She was amazing. She's won 2 episodes in a row. So by that definition, go Team Green. And she's doing a lot of good for humanity right now. So such vicious kids. We got Apulia. And I want to say special thanks to our channel members. Special pointing out for special love to Apulia and Scout Teeny for that extra support, but also Heath Hinton, Sonic Boy, Miss Williams, Heineken, and Santovia major. Our channel members, our first channel members, we do appreciate it. It means more than I can tell you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue here in this live chat. KC Randy, the reason why I'm a Raider fan is because of Bo Jackson. It's 100% because of Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl. And when I was a kid, my local sports team sucked so bad and wouldn't play my favorite player, Floaty from BC, dude. So and because of Bo Jackson being so OP in that game and then being probably one of the greatest sports athletes of all time and cultural phenomenons, in fact, forgotten about because of his injury, I became a huge Bo Jackson. I read his book, Bo versus Bo, and Bo was a fucking Targaryen. He ran with fire on his ass. He would be a Targaryen. Anyways, enough of that sports ball talk. Sorry about that. I had to set my standard right, but that's why I became a Raider fan, just because of Tecmo Bowl. 1000% because of Tecmo Bowl. Okay, did I cry when... We'll do a different stream about that, JC. Aemon knowing all them kids taking out all these kids. Did you hear his steel balls clanking, as Vic says? Aemon taking all those kids by himself. I was going to talk about that later, but it's worth talking about now, too. There were so many times in that fight where I'm like, oh, they got Aemon down. That's 4-on-1. But no, that dude... And they showed it in the last episode, too. He's the most natural... I mean, maybe it's going to be different when they get older. People are going to say, oh, the other kids were younger or whatever. But he seems like he's the most natural to feeling comfortable with violence. And he took on the beating and he was high on dragon lust right there. Tecmo Super Bowl is amazing, even a superior game in a lot of ways, except for a couple of reasons. I like the closer up perspective of the original Tecmo Bowl, but everything else in Tecmo Bowl, the Super Bowl is a better game from beginning to end. I actually know this kid, Devin, that used to work on reprogramming the game every year with the current rosters of the modern day stuff. Anyways, the only thing I didn't like about that game too is Bo Jackson always got hurt in the first week. Okay, 4-on-1, 2 were girls and they were all younger, Jackie C says. Read Snake by Ken Stapler. Oh, great book. It seems like Aemon got super strength from riding his dragon. The wonderful, the amazing girl Nettles in the live chat right now. Lots of love to Nettles. That he got supercharged. Yeah, maybe he was high on dragon blood. I got high on dragon blood one night out in the desert, the Mojave Desert, at a rave. You don't want to hear about that, but it was a great time. I mean, when you get high on that, you're like, I mean, Charlie Sheen was high on dragon blood for 2.5 years there. Okay. Anyways. They all jumped on Aemon, says Apulia. Jon Snow knows nothing. Big E. Jackie C. I cannot wait to see Aemon die. Sorry, I didn't mean to add that to your voice, like the extra, but I wanted to add intensity. That was my intensity voice. Great to see. I literally jumped up and they literally jumped him and he still got up and handed those ass whoopings, says Vic. Loner Cognito, let's have a football game between the Targaryens and the Valerians. Tolka says, I will read that at one point in time. That sounds like an amazing book. I am a fan of Kenny Stabler. Phil Bridge said to look for a scene like in Game of Thrones with the same line. What line was he talking about? I believe Bridge was talking about, and Bridge might be in the chat at some point. I believe he was talking about when the series said to was trying to get the truth out of the kids. Say it, boy. Let me hear the truth of it, or something to that effect. I could be wrong. Bridge will have to explain that himself. He could be thinking of a specific line, but I think that's what he was talking about. Bo does know dragons. He does. If I were a monarch, says Dracarys bitch, and my spouse tried to murder my daughter and heir, they would be on the executioner's block, period. T, right the girl Nettles. Fuck Aemon. I screamed and cheered when that asshole finally lost an eye. I added asshole to it as well, girl Nettles. I just wanted to add a little touch. I know you don't need me to add asshole to, but I was piling on. I was jumping on the bandwagon of your amazing comment. Yeah, Vic says I was talking about how they were all beating down on him at once. Dang, Dracarys. Did Rhaenyra have Daemon killed? No. I don't think so. Jackie C, they had a knife on them. They didn't go anywhere. Now Bloody Talk are all part of the plan. I think Helena is setting up the God's Eye and Adam. I thought for sure he was down when he was going to get beat down and not get up. So everyone, if you're watching this right now, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe, or just hit that like button. Share this channel out. It's just on automatic pilot. I'm like, like and subscribe. But please hit the like button. Share this video out. Help it get into more and more people as let's open up the live voicemail hotline, the issues hotline. First call of the night, area code 773.
Bill, it's Ruja, your favorite bastard. At least I hope I'm your favorite bastard.
Toast up,
man, tonight's episode got me all like, I'm going one direction, I'm getting another, I'm getting vibes that I was getting mixed with other vibes.
I wanted to start singing a One Direction song when you were in the middle of that comment, but I don't know any of them. I'm sure I do if someone's down, you know. I'm embarrassing myself. I'm trying to sound out a One Direction song. Okay, sorry. Let me continue.
I'm thinking, oh, someone's gonna die, then someone's gonna live, then boom, left turn, boom, right turn, then boom, U-turn, then dead end, then U-turn again, then another dead end. I was going, it's just, this episode was so hard to put into words, but it was the loss of the eye. A loss of God. I'm all over the way.
No, and dude, I completely understand. Imagine how I have to feel. I'm coming out here facing a couple hours trying to figure out what the hell I have to say. But I appreciate your voicemail, and I'm going to play the rest of it.
This episode was so crazy. I tried to get my thoughts together. Rhaenyra versus Alicent.
No, I'll let you call back in a little bit. Aegon was straight plastered. He was like at a Project X party. He really was. That was a lot of fun. He was like me at an open bar wedding. When I go to an open bar wedding or like bar mitzvah or wedding or wedding party type thing or some sort of event, I'm like challenge accepted. And that was what Aegon. And I love how Aemon was just like, Aegon, can you stop being a drunk embarrassment? Like once, dude, can you please fucking stop? And again, I'm not rooting for either of these blonde-haired turds, but I think I like Aemon better than friggin' this douche nozzle. Like, but they're both turds. They're both fucking turds. Mark A. Houston. I mean, that's not the problem, Mark, right? We all do the Homelander occasionally. We all try to climb every mountain, swallow every tree, follow every rainbow till Aegon jerks off the tree. You know, something like that. Jerk! Sorry, I usually say your name really easily, jack me off, but in my rainbow song, Aegon the Plastered, gotta catch 'em all. I couldn't see shit. Rhaenyra's kids have much better dragon blood as Alicent's. No kid is better than the others. Jackie, would you go in on Alicent if she got a knife pulled? I look forward to watching her suffer. Oh, well, girl, knows Aemon snitched on Aegon. Oh, that was he looked to his mother. Girl Nettles, he like made eye contact with the mother. He's like, I'm not ratting you out. Aegon told me. Aegon, I love it. Great performance by the actor too. When I call someone a turd monkey and like a douche nozzle, like, oh, what all those stuff that I'm calling the Targaryen boys there, the blondies. Ultimately, I gotta say they're good performances by the actors. When Aegon's response to that, when he goes, Aegon told me. He just turns to the camera and goes, me? It was such a Spicoli kind of moment. If it's your time and it's like my time, Aemon, wouldn't it be like our time riding the dragon? It was a total Spicoli moment. And I loved it. And great performance by that actor too. I have to again applaud the acting on this show. Even regardless of what, they're making me feel what they want me to feel about these characters. And I'm learning all about them just in their performances, not always just what I'm being told. I'm seeing as well. Carla Wayne. The kid actors were all next level tonight. They really were. Especially the actor that played Aemon. He did an exceptional job making me root for him and then turn on him in the matter of like 2 scenes. I was, Vhagar. Yes. Awesome scene. It's the never-ending story when he's flying on the damn thing. Oh my goodness. Remember that speech that was given at the funeral? He said, blood runs thick while staring at... Daemon he giggles. He doesn't just laugh. He Floki laughs. Those of you that have watched Vikings will know what I mean. He gives the little Floki laugh. Ragnar. Oh, Ragnar laughed. I used to be able to do it before I smoked too much. But yes, that. Corliss saying history does not remember blood, it remembers names. And it's interesting. It's such an interesting perspective. And I love the visual of him ripping his hand away from her to be like, I'm not on your side with this one. No, fuck that. Area code 859.
Hey, Phil, this was a great episode, but my God, was this a really dark episode. This episode was darker than the long night.
Dude, thank you for saying that. I'm going to play the rest of your message here. I was wondering if it was my TV. I'm not saying it was so dark it was unwatchable, but it definitely seemed dark, especially in the scene where Daemon and Rhaenyra were walking around talking. I had seen images from this scene and I wondered why it was such low quality because they raised the brightness on the pictures so much just so you can actually see what's going on. So I'm with you. It's not deal breaking like you just said, and I'm going to play the rest of your message, but I just want you to know you're not alone. You're not alone.
And I mean, there was times I couldn't tell. I almost had to fast forward. I couldn't see what the hell was going on. I mean, when Aemon was getting his dragon, and then when Rhaenyra and Daemon were walking off, I literally could not see. I almost had to fast forward through it. It was ridiculous. I mean, come on, guys. Can we get a little light so we can see?
Yeah, and...
What the fuck?
I love at the end there, the delayed what the fuck. Perfect. That's what I love from my callers right there. Oh my goodness. So I can't argue with that. It's not something because I'm rocking on a way old television, so I always blame it on my TV. But I definitely noticed it. It was noticeable. Thank you, Iron Throne. Please call in, text on in 781-990-8509. Get your calls, get your comments in. Keep them coming. We still got a couple more voicemails. Text waiting for you. And I'm going to get to them all. Mark A. Houston, I wonder what those ladies' feet smelled like back then. Freedom. They smelled like freedom. And we got 2 super chats. First from the amazing Antoine. It says, I side with Black of House Targaryen. And another super chat from the amazing Apulia, who just gave us $25 super chat. So we've reached our super chat plateau, which means it's time for a spin of the damn wheel. Press your luck. Where's my spin? Where's my wheel sound? Let's spin this damn wheel. Oh! Thank you for that spin of the wheel, and we've got it. So it says I need to write you a song, Apulia. I need to make up a song. And so you want a song. People have been cheering or begging for a fuck auto song or something like that. But Apulia, please message me privately if you have a subject matter you want me to riff on and write you a song. You have won a song. And also I will definitely be... No, not that song. That's not your song. But yeah, here we go. So yes, come on down. Sings to Allison, I see your true colors shining through. Can we start a GoFundMe to get Phil a new damn television? I'm not telling tales, but I am. I do have a couch from the trash. See those two things, those two pieces of furniture you see back there, free on Facebook Marketplace. You can find it. You just need to rent a truck. Okay. Anyways, Ode to Low Tower. We want an Ode to Low Tower. Come on down to. So yes, you've won a song for that. How old is my television? 2007. It's 2007 television. Okay. Anyways, let's continue here. Let's go to our good buddy. We got two messages from two good buddies here. First, Pete's live music, and then the bloody talker.
Awesome episode. You know what? As I watch this, I keep thinking back to this one scene of Arya Stark and Tywin Lannister talking about who rode what dragons and what. And it's kind of cool to hear it now. Listen a little to this.
Aegon Targaryen changed the rules.
He sure did.
Every child alive still knows his name. 300 years after his death.
Aegon and his sisters.
And his sisters.
Well,
It wasn't just Aegon riding his dragon. It was Rhaenys and Visenya too.
correct. Student of history, are you?
Rhaenys rode Varaxis. Visenya rode Vhagar.
I'm sure I knew that when I was a boy.
Visenya Targaryen was a great warrior. She had a Valyrian steel sword she called Dark Sister.
She's a heroine of yours, I take it.
Nice.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Pete's live music. Playing clips. Holy crap. Great stuff. Scout Teeny, the real Teeny. One of the most amazing folks I've interacted with out here in this platform. And thank you so much, one of our amazing channel members. Giving us, could not help but giving us that eighth of support. Thank you so much, my friend. Great stuff. What up? And we have another channel member popping on in here. The wonderful, amazing Heath. Motherfucking Hinton. Hope Heath is doing well tonight. Let's get into this. Let's talk about the one and only. Let's hear from, not talk to. I'm not talking to you, bloody talker. I'm not talking to you. I want to listen to you. God damn it. Get in my freaking face, bloody talker. The bloody motherfucking talker.
Hey, what's up, Phil? It's the Bloody Talker. I'm only halfway through because I got this episode started late, but so far it's my favorite episode. I mean, Aemond One Eye is my favorite character of this whole story. Watching him claim Vhagar was awesome. Watching the fight between him and the strong bastards was fantastic. The whole drama afterwards was great. I'm loving it. So far, I think this was the best episode of the series so far.
Awesome.
And so, as the Valyrians say, may your nets be as full as your hearts. Yes. Yes, may your nets be as full as your hearts. Take care.
Do you know what's amazing about this show so far that we've seen? I think it's hard to predict and say specifically what the best or everyone's favorite episodes are different episodes. So I think it's a credit to say that this season has been consistently great episode to episode in the sense that people are enjoying it. Yes, each episode piece to piece has things you can pick apart and have some fun with. I might go somewhere after this and have a good time doing that for a little bit. But that's beside the point. It's still a high quality show that the acting, the sets, and the stories are packed in a very tight, nice little package. And we're enjoying a unique experience in the way that the pacing of the show is going, and the way of just another prequel kind of thing that's giving you the feels of it all, which isn't common. It happens sometimes, but it doesn't happen often. So I think it's been incredibly fun, and I think most people have different episodes that's their favorite. This one happens to be the Bloody Talker's favorite, and that's fucking awesome, dude. Okay, so we got can we start calling him Aemon Pliskin? Pliskin. I need to read your whole comment before I give it. Aemon, we can call him Aemon Snake Pliskin. Julia Dawn, I know we aren't talking spoilers, but I'm really thinking more and more that Lars is responsible for certain horrible things that happen later in the story. Master Splinter. Laris is a shady mother fricker. He is a shady mother fricker. But do you know what's not shady? Do you know what's not? Oh, no, it's not. Mike in the live chat says, fuck those greens. Loner says, Otto told Alicent that he's never seen her act like that before, so he was so pleased. And he knows that she needs to move forward. Yeah, that he knows that she knows that Ferris passed out at 31 Flavors last night. No, that he knows that she is capable for what needs to be done in the future. So again, I cannot say it enough. We're gonna play the damn song. What was this?
Shut the
Fuck up, Eamon. I mean, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Otto. But no, Otto is. I thought that was gonna be the other song, but no, Otto. Lots of love to Tim and Dollar Store Littlefinger. I'll give Aemon some credit for sticking up for Helena when Aegon was talking smack about her. Aemon stitches. I said it earlier. I mean, Aegon, at least in my first introductions to these two characters, Aemon, I at least appreciate more as a character, where Aegon is just, I don't know. I mean, I appreciate that he doesn't want. Excuse me. I had to hit the cough button there for a second, but it wasn't a cough. It was a booger from Revenge of the Nerds. Anyways, I feel like I've seen more character in Aemon than Aegon. Aegon, I get it. He's a spoiled rich kid kind of type that doesn't really want the throne. He just wants to jerk off and drink all day, and he's kind of being bullied and pressured by his parents by his mother into the situation, his grandpa. Whereas Aemon seems, even when the king talks to him, he feels like he has to give an answer. He's more of he has more agency, which is, I think, why I enjoy him more of a character at this point. Maybe Aegon will change over time and develop his own, but instead right now he's more of a reflection of the agenda of Alicent and Otto. So he's an empty vessel that they're just trying to keep out of their own way. But that could end up being some interesting drama down the line, depending on where they go with this. But yeah. Again, it's not liking them as people, but I'm enjoying the character of Aemon a bit more. Okay. So let's go into the live chat a little bit more. Aemon is Joffrey too. You know what I got to say? Electric Boogaloo. Aemon is like the Charlie Sheen of Westeros. Yeah, I was saying that earlier, jack me off. He's high on the tiger blood. I mean, on the dragon blood. Oh, I was wrong. See, I messed it up earlier. I said dragon blood. It is tiger blood. But instead of tiger blood, it's dragon blood. Vagar's so huge, and he's such a little twat. Daryl Galt, maybe brother of a former excellent raider and hurdles champion, Willie Galt. Is there a chart of which dragon is the parent of which dragon? Probably somewhere. I highly recommend checking out my great friend and podcasting partner, Bridge 4. I believe he has some videos on dragons' names and connecting that kind of stuff. If not, I'm sure if you search out, do some, again, as I always say, I'm like the Santa Claus in Miracle on 34th Street. I want you to send me all your letters. No, I'll tell you where to go. I'm not the best person for that information. I'm not great with the dragons' names, but I do think some people have made videos where they break that stuff down. I'm pretty sure Bridge has a couple of videos like that for even that he did before this season, talking about different dragons and their names. And I know other people have done that stuff too. So please, probably some clever YouTubing searching should be able to find that stuff as well. Your cousin Willie Galt, Daryl, exactly. The hurdles champion in excellent, historically awesome wideout for the Raiders with Tim Brown on those Raider teams. Yeah, Philly Claus. Ho ho ho. Cersei was in hell. You're awesome, Daryl. I love you, buddy. Sorry for the completely random references. People are like, well, what's with all the Raider talk? I'm sorry. I started down a bad path tonight. But keep it coming. Keep the likes coming. Keep talking. Keep pushing this out. Let's get to more and more folks tonight. Grayscale on his back when he's with Rhaenyra. And now at the end of the marriage, he has on his neck. Apulia, great to see you in the live chat. Oh, no. Apulia, I hope you... I'm looking forward to... Thank you, Iron Throne, for finding Bridge 4's Dragon videos. That's why you are one of the best mods in the frickin' biz, my friend. Okay, let's see. This is a longer voicemail, but I'm going to play at least part of it. If not all of it. We'll see. Depending on it, could be like, Phil, you're full of crap. And I don't know if I can do that for 2 minutes, but we'll see. Area code 561.
Hi, Phil. You're awesome. You're amazing. Here are my opinions. First of all,
wait. Okay, I'm gonna. I didn't quite hear the beginning of your message. Let me rewind that. Let me switch my scene. Woo, magic. Oh, there we go. Let's see. We can move back. Sorry, I've added some interesting wipes. We've got some wipes now here. So let's see. Boop. There we go. Boop. Okay, so let's listen to that one more time.
hi, Phil. You're awesome. You're amazing. Here are my opinions. First of all, this is Girl Nettles, by the way. So first of all, I love that Viserys called Alicent Aema. I didn't even catch it. She was like, all right, Aema, I'm going to bed. And I'm like, I'm so happy that she was put in her place. Let her know that you're not shit either. I know that Alicent looks at Viserys with disgust because he's older, but she needs to know that she's not hot shit. She wasn't his first pick. He actually had true love. And then I also thought, speaking on Alicent, she's just so disrespectful. Like, it was so disrespectful of her to pull out that Valyrian steel dagger from the king. Why isn't anyone talking about that? It's treason. And
seriously, I'm going to keep playing the rest of your message, and great stuff. And if you haven't already, definitely check out Girl Nettles here on YouTube. I know she does weekly stuff. I'm pretty sure she does weekly reviews, live streams of the show, some fun debate kind of stuff too. So definitely check out Girl Nettles, and I'm going to play the rest of your messages. But absolutely, like, how is she pulled that out of the king's holster or sheath or whatever, holster. What do we in the Old West? He's got the dagger in his holster. Listen, everybody, I got my dagger in my holster. Let's see who's quickest to draw. Woo. Ow, I cut my hand. Ow, oh my goodness. My biscuits are burning. Sweet artichokes. Whatever. Sorry. But yes, she pulled it out of the sheath and she, like, come on.
in today's time, if you go up to a cop and pull his gun on him, that is against the law. Like, you cannot take.
And then she's like, Crispy, go the fuck over there and do your Crispy shit. And the leader of the King's Guard is looking at Crispy like, I'm gonna have to kill you, Kristen Cole. Sorry. People are like, stop calling him Crispy. I was the first one to call him damn Crispy. I'm going to call him Crispy. His mama named him Crispy. I'm going to call him Crispy. Until it's true.
Take other people's weapons, not the king's. Disrespectful that you did that. Disrespectful that you was trying to pull rank, saying, oh, Kristen Cole is sworn to me. Bitch, Kristen Cole is a king's guard. King's guard. Guards the king. Yeah.
But he's sworn to me. So you kill this crypt keeper dude that keeps trying to have sex with me. Kill him. Kill everybody. You're on my side. And he was like, yeah, I'll kill them all. I've been waiting for this opportunity. Can I kill that? See you next Tuesday, Rhaenyra, too? Because I'm still angry at her. Because we had an affair for 2 years. And I'm still thinking about this 12 years later.
She showed a lot. She made Viserys look really weak this episode. We already know Viserys does look weak, but she did not help him at all with that regard. Pulling a dagger, pulling rank, making all these decisions, talking over him. That was crazy.
That is insufficient, Viserys. Like, come on. I mean, and I almost felt I didn't talk about this earlier, but I'm going to get this a little bit later, talking about how Daemon was looking at Viserys the whole time, like, oh. I looks at him like I look at my second cousin's third roommate.
And then I was kind of sad to Viserys, like, begging for his brother's love, like saying, "Oh, Daemon, come home." And Daemon's like, whatever. I'm a rogue prince, which I don't know what Daemon's problem is. Like, what do you want? You want a dragon, you got it. You have glory. You're a prince. You have kids. Like, he's fulfilled every fucking check mark.
Dude, Nettles, I'm loving your takes here tonight. He has such a hair across his ass. And I know that Daemon is my great, sweet Tory, someone I'm very, very close with, was said, like, Daemon could do no wrong. You know, Daemon's just fine the way he is. He can come to my bed, my house, anytime he wants. She wasn't even a Targaryen fan. She was, before the series started, she was like, hey, I'm worried about the series because I'm not a Targaryen fan. She's like, sending me like, Daemon Targaryen is my, you know, like, he can stay at my house anytime he wants. As Timo used to say, Daemon Targaryen has a place in the basement at Aunt Tori's house. So I totally, like, I get it. But yeah, you know, like he's one of those dudes that he's never going to be, he's always going to find something to complain about. He's going to be one of those people. There are those people out there, and you know them. We all know them. We all know them. No matter how much they get, no matter how much they have. Sorry, my volume was high in there. I'm screaming. No matter how much they get, no matter how much they have, it's never enough. It's never fucking enough. Oh my God. Allison, I want to see the manager. I love you guys in the live chat. If I'm missing any of your live chats as they're going through, I'm still looking at it in the side of my corner eye. I was going to say my side butthole eye. I'm still looking. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's continue here.
And he's still pouting. I need to know what's wrong with Daemon.
Insufficient. It's that he's constantly saying that to everyone, Girl Nels. Insufficient.
Laenor's fake death is crazy. Rest in peace to that random guy minding his business on the steps that had to be killed by Daemon to be planted as...
Oh, okay, that was the dude. Someone asked earlier who it was. Thank you for that information. Look at Girl Nettles dropping some facts on everyone here. And great voicemail.
The fake dead burned body. Like, that plan is so crazy, and it leaves the bigger question of sea smoke. Like, Laenor no dragon rider can run away. Their dragon will follow them, and their dragon will find them, and people will know that that's your dragon. Like, shaving your head isn't going to help. So, and the other thing is, like, I guess this might be a spoiler, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say that this is a big question of, like, if Laenor is alive, then his dragon, you know, who's going to ride that dragon?
Oh, you know what? And thank you for not putting any spoilers in there. I appreciate it. We do have another message from Girl Nettles we will play in a little bit. But yeah, I didn't even think about what's going to happen with the dragon. Is the dragon just going to come find him? Because, like you said, the dragon doesn't know that they're not going to be bonded anymore, and that dragon can find him. They got echolocation on those dragons these days, don't they? They got the dragon LoJack. They can find. It's like a Zelda game where all you gotta do is blow your whistle, and the dragon will show up somewhere. So they got LoJack dragon, don't they? Yes, Phil, they do. Thank you, Miles Edward O'Brien. It's okay, Phil. Thank you. Sorry, we got our engineer, Miles Edward O'Brien, running our soundboard here tonight. Thank you, as always, Miles. No, hey. Shut your mouth over there. Okay. Yeah, fine. Shut it. Okay, so, Dragon Jack. Listen, Dragon Jack has some dragon for you, man. The dragon paradox is, like, yikes. Sea Smoke will just run away like Drogon. Motherfucker on the greens got to die. Says Antoine. Yeah, DPS. There's some DPS going on. I know some WoW people are like, no, it can't be called DPS because that's damage per second.
in Warcraft. And when you have them, when you have your mages or you have your rogues, you gotta do lots of DPS, and that has nothing to do with the dragons.
I'm sorry, random Barons chat person. I will figure out something else, but we're gonna go with DPS now as a placeholder. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, Phil, but we're making a note of this.
Thank you. Go back to Barons chat. Maybe I'll come back if we have another cataclysm. Okay, so let's go to, we got a couple of quick messages from our good buddy Pete. Let's see. Oh, dog. What'd you do, dog? You didn't pee anywhere, did you? Okay, you didn't. Sorry. I'm babysitting a dog right now. Go lie down. Go to bed. And it's past the bathroom time, so I gotta keep an eye. I'm risking here because I was running late. Okay, so assassins will come for him. I don't know why I said that like that. Assassins will come for him. It will happen. I started thinking of Antonio Banderas for some reason because he's in the movie Assassins. Pete's loud music again.
Hey, Phil. It's becoming more and more apparent that the big difference between Game of Thrones, Shakespearean phrasing, the way they talk, it still comes off like Shakespeare, which is pretty cool. But I'm wondering what your theory is. Who decided that? When did they decide it? Is it like, did they kind of say from the beginning that this is how we're going to approach this? This is going to be like a style between the lines and a feel of this, like how they talk. That's way different from Game of Thrones. And I was wondering what your thoughts were. All right, man, keep up the show. You're rocking it. Keep it up, buddy.
Thank you as always, my friend. I would say that they're trying to elicit that this is a time that was a little bit more proper, a little bit more closer to the days of Valyria, even though we're further on in the world. But by the point that we get later on, it's the death of the Targaryen line. So everything is a little less structured. So I think it's just a stylistic choice in the design of the show, would be my opinions. Excuse me. Sorry. I couldn't hide that one. I couldn't hit the button close enough. Wrestling entry. So do you smell what the Vagar's cooking? Oh my goodness. But Vagar, oh my goodness. Oh my, oh me, oh my, oh me, oh me, oh my, oh my. DPS. Okay, having some good conversations in the live chat. Plow through, easy. Pete's loud music. Do you think Laenor got his head shaved with a Valyrian steel blade? Close shave. He must have. You got to figure that the barbers back in that day did a very close Valyrian steel. If you're a Valyrian, all your blades, your butter knives are Valyrian steel, right? I mean, you kind of got to. It's your name. So Valyrian scissors, Valyrian tongue scraper. Ooh, wow. But yeah, the best thing in the world. Okay. How you read and how people wrote 200 years ago, it's formal and weird. What are you talking about? I was going to start trying to talk old timey, but I don't even think I can. But it's because the words, it's just a different. They would listen to 5 minutes of me talking on the show and they would think I was speaking a different language because I got so many quick common colloquialisms and word terms. I realize I just said the same thing, like the right way to say it, and I said it the stupid way. Colloquial and like word things, dude. Like both those things, because what I'm saying is not redundant. Some tongues had to get cut out to pull off in the end. You had to pull out the thing at the end. Long live the black team. Every time I see Daemon in that hoodie, I know I better hide my kids and hide my wife because Daemon fucking Targaryen. Come on, since the episode when he touches the crab guy with grayscale, he was going to get it. Tonight we saw on his back when he's in with Rhaenyra and on his neck at the end of the episode. I will have to watch the episode again. That's not something I noticed, but I'll take your word for it. Question maker. Miss Empress just checking in. Phil, you are both hey and purr tonight. Looking all spiffy in your jacket. Definitely the best of Phil tonight. Play some bongos and dance around. I can do one of those two things. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I have bongos at the ready available right now. And this dog This dog that I have right now, I don't know, you can't see him. See her. She's a little jumpy. She's gonna go crazy when I jump around her in a second. I'm still drunk, still fucking going. I'm catching up to you pretty soon, my friend. Pretty soon. We got some more voicemails here. Let's play one more, and we'll save Girl Nettles for a little bit.
Phil, this is me, Antoine.
Toast.
The whole series, and I saw the episode. I'm taking the side of black against green because these motherfuckers got to pay. They got to pay. That's right. I'm Team Black, man. Let's get these motherfuckers.
Loner Incognito was saying, I'm just thinking Phil has this energy that's different from past shows. Do you mean right now, like the energy that I'm pursuing and pushing right now is a little different than other shows that I've talked about in the past? I mean, part of it is that I'm here alone. This is more closely associated to like the Better Call Saul streams, if you check that out. And tonight, I'm working on very little hippie activities. If you know what I mean. I'm saying. I haven't really, not too much today. So this is me feeling, this is what happens when I don't smoke. But they's got to pay. But yes, I appreciate it. I'm bringing some psychotic energy here tonight. I couldn't wait. I held it in. It's tough for me to play with others sometimes because I talk a damn lot. This is 2 weeks of pent-up aggression because I was lucky enough to have The Walking David on last week, but I need at least one day. I need to at least do this one day a week where it's just me babbling for a couple of hours just to get this out. Otherwise, everyone in my normal life has to deal with some annoyance. Sandwiches started late today because I was doing some non-sandwich activities for the early part of the day without getting too far into it. Okay, so, and I'm getting ready to go on a vacation where I can't get sandwiches, so I'm testing out what it's going to be like to be sandwichless. Okay, so let's continue.
It's Girl Nettles. I'm back again. So here's the rest of what I wanted to say. First of all,
Girl Nettles, just before I play this, is this spoiler heavy? Should I not play this message right now, or do you talk around it? Oh no, okay. I think you're fine. I'm reading what you wrote.
To say that Rhaenyra and Daemon getting married was so disrespectful because they had the kids there. Like literally, Daemon's daughters, like they just lost their mom, and now their dad is getting remarried. Then you have Rhaenyra's sons there, and they just lost their real dad and their fake dad, and now they're watching their mom get married. Like, what? That was so awkward for me. And them smiling and looking at each other all in love. It's like, y'all are the only ones having a good time who are in love. Everyone else is suffering and losing loved ones, but let's kiki about it and get married. And then, this is the last thing I want to say is the fact that, like,
let's have a kiki gimmick. I like that.
Of all is Alicent revealing herself to be the psycho that she is. Like, her pulling that knife and Rhaenyra being like, yeah, everyone sees you for what you are, gave me so much joy. Because it's like when you know that someone's bad and everyone's like, no, they're sweet. What are you talking about? They're so nice. They go to church. They're a good mother. They do this. They do that. And finally, everyone sees the truth. Like, it's that feeling of retribution. And I know that was the last thing I'm going to say. I have one more thing to say. Rhaenyra. Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to play the rest of your message, but I just want to get to a couple comments. Danny would have burned Alicent. I know this is, knows without a doubt the best. Oh, thank you. It's like a party in here. I appreciate that. I want to try to give that kind of vibe, like we're having a good time, like you're just hanging out with me. I know there's a lot of choices, a lot of people that can break things down more tactically and all that kind of stuff. But I want you guys to come over here and have a good time. Have a party. That's what myself and Joe, and I mentioned this before earlier tonight. Those of you that are fans of Joe Dirty Locks, he will be back for the remainder of The Walking Dead. He's gotten through some of his real life issues that he's dealing with, and he wants to come back. He'd probably come back for this show if it wasn't already towards the end of the show. And Joe's not feeling it. And he doesn't want to interrupt everyone's good time. But he is going to talk about it on our first Walking Dead cast. We will give Joe's thoughts on this show. But he didn't want to be a part of the podcast yet because he didn't want to poo-poo in everyone's party quite yet. he will be back to talk about The Walking Dead, so we will be having some fun after this. So if you're joining us here every week after this show ends, please keep joining us Sunday at the same time of night on 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for the final few episodes of The Walk, even if you've never watched it, tune on in. We never really talk about the show anyway. We just talk about other stuff because the show's so bad. We'll mention that show for 5 minutes. You don't have to watch it. Just join us every Sunday night for our nonsense. I can't wait. I can't wait to have Joe back. Okay. Julia Dawn, Phil, I love your use of big words like colloquialisms. My friends in Brooklyn made fun of me my whole life for using big words. I get made fun of sometimes for them too. I mispronounce them sometimes. I do some malapropisms. Most of the time it's on purpose because I love Carmine Jr. on The Sopranos. So I'm trying to make up like malapropisms of words just so malaprops. What about like, sexual innuendo? Sexual in the window. You know, like I had some sex in the window in this scene. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate all you guys. Aw, Girl Nettles. I've been lucky to have Girl Nettles checking us out forever too, and giving them some amazing phone calls and amazing love. So you guys are awesome. I appreciate that. Keep it coming though, more than ever right now. In this after show range, it's competitive as hell. So I appreciate to have over, 50, 60 people in. Oh, we got 85 people right now. Yeah, like to have anybody in here right now, because so many of those other channels that are going live right now are so much huger than us. So we appreciate all of you guys making your choice to bounce in here and talk some shit with us. Let's keep the shit talk coming. Let it flow. Okay, so let's continue with Girl Nettles' call here.
Laenor comes up to Rhaenyra and he's all like, hey, you know what? I'm going to be a better husband to you. I'm going to make my gay lover go away. I'm going to focus on you and the kids, and we're going to do everything to prepare you for the throne. And Rhaenyra's like, ooh, that's cute, but I just fucked my uncle, and I want to be with him now. Like, imagine that conversation where someone has just...
Someone just goes, shut your fucking face, uncle fucker. I'm the one that fucked my uncle fucker. I'm Rhaenyra, I fucked my uncle here. I am Daemon, I fucked my niece yesterday. Haha, uncle fucker. That's USCNA Targaryen, uncle fucker. Barbecue sauce.
Poured their heart out to you, where they're like, hey, I'm going to stop being gay. I'm going to focus on you. And you're like, that's cute, but I don't want that. Yeah. I don't want you or your sacrifice. I just want my uncle. So how about you pretend to die so I can have my uncle? Thanks.
Yeah, I just want my uncle. Yeah, excuse me. Can I?
That's basically what Rhaenyra is.
Excuse me, I want to become a shut your fucking face, uncle fucker. Rhaenyra's the one that fucked her uncle, uncle fucker. She doesn't eat or sleep or mow the lawn, she just fucks her uncle all night long. Ha ha, Rhaenyra, uncle fucker. That's UNCLE, uncle fucker, auntie fucker. I gotta change it to auntie. Shut your fucking face, auntie fucker. You're the one that fucked your uncle, auntie fucker. You don't eat or sleep or ride your dragon out at all. You just fuck your uncle all night long. I'm working it. I'm trying to pull you. I'm trying to write your song. Dun, 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 dun. We got another super chat donation from Vegarian. Poof. Bobby B would have had Allison put to the sword that night for cutting Rhaenyra. Viserys is pathetic. Sorry, I read that in Boston. And that's our super chat donation, which landed on drum. It did. So here's some annoying drum fun. Hopefully this dog will be okay. Sorry, I'm going to go very quiet here. Very quiet. Sorry if that was ridiculously loud or ridiculously soft and really bad. I was inhibited because of the sound, because it's freaking almost midnight here and there's people sleeping downstairs. So I'm trying to play light. I'm trying to do tippy tappy. But anyways, sorry about that. But thank you so much for the super chat donation. It did land on drum, so I had to do it. I had to do it by law, by the law of the land and all I hold sacred, The super chat wheel landed on something. I needed to freaking do it. That's right. So let's continue here in the live chat. As bad as banging your uncle is, at least she's getting some good love, and Allison's just laying there getting by the crypt keeper. Keith Hinton, your comment was perfect, except you need to add on the end there, all of that by the goddamn crypt keeper. I think I have a song now. I think I need to do the Uncle Fucker song. I'm an Uncle Fucker. Yes, it's true. Nobody fucks uncles quite like you. I think I need to do this. I think I found a song. So someone comment on this video, please. Say, Phil, write the F auto in the Uncle Fucker song now. Just do it. Remind me. I'm not gonna remember. I'm too much of a hippie. Oh my goodness. Tony would have killed anyone that sliced metal. He almost killed someone. He curb stomped some dude for just asking her if she had some cream on the side of her mouth. He's a stupid man. He said a stupid thing. Excuse me. I gotta go all of a sudden. But by the goddamn creep frickin' keeper. Frickin' motherfucker. Shut your fucking face, motherfucker. Okay, well, you know what? It's over an hour. It's over an hour here. We've wasted enough friggin' gosh dang time. I tried to do this. I tried to wait. I tried to mess. I tried to slip. I tried to pip. I tried to poop, but I couldn't dupe. But I had to do one thing and one thing only, and that was I had to do a recap. Even Sulu. Oh. Come on, sit down. Go lie down. Go lie down. Party's over. Hi everyone, I'm back for the recap. Sorry about that. I started making out with the dog on the ground. I don't know how much of that could have been seen. I was like, it's all being seen, Phil. Oh no, don't have to go outside now. Now's not the time. Go lie down. Excuse me, one more second. Go lie down. No. Go lie down. Go. How are you doing? Stay. Okay, I hyped the dog up way too much. I gotta remember, I can't recap when I got Lucy here, because Lucy's gonna. I just screwed Lucy up for the night now. I know. I get the dog cooled. I got the dog all wild up, and now the dog's like, now I want to go outside. I was fine sleeping, but now what's the party? Come here. Want to come up? Want to come say hi to everybody? you want to come on the show? Is that what you want, Lucy? Lucy, say hi to everybody. Lucy, you want to be on the show? Okay, you want to recap this for everybody? Okay, we've got Lucy the dog here, who's gonna be saw it all. I saw the whole makeout sesh. Oh no, we don't want that camera down that low. It's a little Aegon down there. But everyone, welcome to our recap. You gotta speak some Valerian to calm her down. Listen, Valerian dog, you will be fine. I saw a video of a German Shepherd trained in Valerian on TikTok, so I'm doing that with my next dog. That'd be freaking awesome. But here we are with our recap of our episode. We're going to watch that. It's not my dog. It's a dog I am currently babysitting. Get down. Good dog. Stay on the ground. Oh my goodness, this dog is really cute right now. Oh. I might, if it comes down to it, I will play the video I will play recap guy for a little bit, and he will take over as my co-host when I take this little bastard out. Phil's the new Aemon. Vhagar was suddenly getting some sleep and woke up all of a sudden and just rode Vhagar for a while on the ground. Someone says I saw it all. Oh God. Dog put its tongue in my damn mouth. I didn't ask for that, but it did. So our episode opens up. Well, how's it open up?
Two soldiers stand on a sculpted ledge hanging over the ocean. They thread rope through a series of eyelets fixed to it. They bind the rope around a wooden sarcophagus on the ledge carved in the likeness of a woman.
Recap guy. That's an awful detailed account of what happened. You know what I said in my written recap? Well, we open up with a rope being tied at a funeral. Mom is pissed at the funeral. The daughters are sad as fuck. Rhaenyra's there. So is Otto. He's the hand again. Daemon looks to Rhaenyra, and Daemon, they don't make eye contact. Daemon giggles at some words. Aegon's pissed he can't jerk off. And Viserys looks like shit and gets called out on it by Daemon. And but listen to how much more detailed recap guy is.
Sun shines brilliantly through great clouds and onto dozens of other people watching nearby. The waves lap against the rocky shore. A soldier stoically holds a House Targaryen standard. In subtitles.
So, in subtitles, I love recap voice guy. Do you know what I learned, though, about recap voice guy? You would think that HBO would have one guy do recap voice guy stuff on everything, but no, it's a different guy for every show. There's like a different recap voice guy on every single show. So, where are you? Where are you, you damn dog? Why are you behind me so people can't see your cuteness? That's out of everywhere you should be. That's not where you should be. Sorry, I was trying to get some damn cuteness for the dog. So Daemon giggles at the words. I don't know if it's just too big of a situation for Daemon or he's laughing at exactly what's being said. He's showing some disrespect, but Daemon does it in a charming, douchebaggy kind of way. It's really good. Does Phil always roll around on the floor with the dog before the recap? Somehow I missed that. I mean, it's definitely not the only time I've done that. I've done it before. I might do it again. I'm gonna leave you with recap guy because the dog is hovering around hovering it around right here. But I will be back as soon as possible. Let's play a little recap guy.
We join today at the seat of the sea to commit the Lady Laena of House Targaryen to the eternal waters, the dominion of the Merling King, where he will guard her for all the days to come. Corlys and Rhaenys look on with sorrowful expressions. Baela rests her face on Rhaenyra's shoulder near her sister. As she sets to sea for her final voyage, the Lady Laena leaves two true-born daughters on the shore. Standing near Vaemond, Daemon looks at the sarcophagus intently. Otto adjusts his hand of the kingpin on his coat. Though their mother will not return from her voyage, they will all remain bound together in blood. Rhaenyra holds her arms around Jace and Luke. Laenor stands next to them, head bowed. Alicent's brow furrows as she watches with Viserys, Aegon, and Helaena. Salt courses through Valyrian blood. Ours runs thick. Ours runs true. Rhaenyra and Viserys trade tight looks. And ours must never thin. Daemon glances at Vaemond and grins. The others eye Daemon. A group of soldiers pulls at the ropes bound to the sarcophagus through a pulley system. The sarcophagus shifts down the ledge toward the undulating waters below. Aegon puffs his cheeks, while Alicent and Rhaenyra meet each other's eye. Laenor's face draws tighter as the sarcophagus moves closer to the edge. My gentle niece, may the winds be as strong as your back, your seas as calm as your spirit, and your nets be as full as your heart. From the sea we came, to the sea we shall return. The sarcophagus slides off of the ledge and into the ocean. The sarcophagus sinks through the waters, and lands among a heap of other sarcophagi, many partially rotted. Three dragons circle over Driftmark as another sits by the castle. Dozens of men and women stand with soldiers on a terrace below the castle set into the mountain. Rhaenyra steps from an archway carved into the mountain that leads to the terrace. She spots Daemon standing at the terrace's stone railing. He turns away after they trade looks. Standing beside Kristen, Alicent looks at Rhaenyra with a deeply furrowed brow. Rhaenyra pushes through the crowd to Jace.
Have you seen your father?
She looks toward Daemon's daughters.
Your little cousins have lost their mother. Could use a kind word.
I've an equal claim to sympathy.
Jace.
She's been Harrenhal mourning Lord Lionel Saharwin.
She glances over her shoulder.
It would not be appropriate.
She kneels.
The Velaryons are our kin, and the Strongs are not. Look at me. Do you understand?
They look into each other's eyes. Jace steps away from her. Alicent gives Rhaenyra a narrow look. Rhaenyra briefly meets her eye, then looks away and straightens her dress. Alicent turns away from her. Viserys sits in a chair under an awning, his face tightly creased. He gazes around at the gathering, then turns to Daemon. They trade looks. Helena kneels, watching a spider crawl over her hand.
Hand turns lean, spool of green, spool of black. Dragons of flesh, weaving dragons of thread. Hand turns lean, spool of green.
We have nothing in common.
Dragons.
She's our sister.
You marry her then.
I would perform my duty, if Mother had only betrothed us.
If only.
It would strengthen the family, keep our Valyrian blood pure.
She's an idiot.
She's your future queen.
Spool of black. Dragons.
We actually do have one thing in common. We both fancy creatures with very long legs.
Aegon grins, then leaves.
Wench!
Another! Aegon. Dragons of flesh, weaving dragons of thread.
Helena guides the spider into a seashell, then smashes it. Alicent glances at Larys as he stands off to the side of the terrace, a cup in hand.
Lionel Strong's been staring at you since the moment we arrived, Your Grace.
Alicent turns back to Larys. He nods at her, and she turns away.
Unabashedly.
Her throat strains.
It is only a look of pride, Sir Criston. Larys is the new Lord of Harrenhal.
She stares off into the distance. Larys leans on his cane and observes the gathering. His expression shifts. Daemon's daughters swap looks as Jace steps to them. He adjusts his hair and glances down. He turns away from them. Baela and her sister's faces grow rigid. Baela gently takes Jace's hand. Jace looks from her hand on his to her face. She flashes a tight smile.
Both my seat and high tide will be yours one day, Viserys. Your brother will be king, of course. He'll sit on endless councils and ceremonies. The Lord of the Tides will succeed.
He looks down to Luke.
Sorry. I don't want it.
Corlys kneels in front of Luke and holds his arm.
It's your birthright, lad.
He looks deeply into Luke's face.
If I'm the Lord of Driftmark, it means everyone's dead.
Luke grabs a small toy horse from the railing, then walks away. Corlys's gaze drops. Rhaenys weaves through the gathering. She shakes a man's hand and moves on. She pauses by Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra sips from a cup and smiles softly. Rhaenys steps away and drinks from her own cup while moving to Daemon's daughters and Jace. Rhaenys kneels. Jace pulls his hand away from Baela, then turns and bows his head. Rhaenys hugs the girls. Baela and her sister bury their faces in Rhaenys' shoulders.
I don't want Mother to be gone.
Rhaenys looks firmly into their eyes. Aemon steps
I mean,
to Jace.
Ultimately, do I have to do the show at all? I mean, now that I was gone for what, a few minutes there. And you know what? The fucked up part of all of that is I was out that whole time and the dog didn't even pee. Just kept walking back and forth. I can tell she has to, but she wasn't doing it. Tell Phil if he's on this weekday, I will be on at 9. So here I am. I'm back. Sorry for that disappearance, as I'm sure we lost some people that are just disappeared from the podcast for a while. But I'm back now. So we get into this. Where are we? We're at the funeral, dealing with a lot of this shit.
Aemon and Jace regard one another.
And even in this scene, Aemon comes off. They did a great job with Aemon giving us a surprise with him turning into a dink burger. Because even in this scene, he seems to be the only one giving like proper like sympathies to the family.
Aemon's expression shifts. Then he purses his lips and steps away. Jace hangs.
It's the most awkward funeral ever. And funerals are awkward anyway.
His head. Aegon stands by a servant girl with a tray of drinks. He drains one cup, then grabs another. Rhaenyra and Daemon look to each other and share slight smiles.
I should have just done a simulated recap. I jumped around and it ruined the vibe with this dog. This dog is all on tilt right now. But yeah, it's super freaking awkward. Definitely awkward as hell. And let's continue.
The wind whips at Daemon's hair as he turns away.
And
Daemon and Aemon both peer into the sky as it gradually darkens.
And they connect on that level. Daemon, a few times in this episode, is looking at Aemon with kinship to a certain extent.
The low-hanging sun disappears behind the castle. Laenor stands in the shallows of the ocean across from the terrace. The waves lap around his waist. He shuts his eyes and sways. His face crumples. Corlys watches him from the terrace's rim.
And he's watching him in the water, and he's frustrated by this. He doesn't like watching his son be this sad.
He pulls his gaze from Laenor, then pushes through the gathering.
And then he goes to his boyfriend. He's like, take care of him. Like, can you not have him just like sitting in the middle of the water, like wishing he's with his dead sister? And then eventually we get to this scene right here where Viserys finally makes his way over to Daemon to have a conversation.
Rhaenyra paces along the back of the terrace and peers through the crowd at Viserys and Daemon.
You should return with us to King's Landing. It's time that you came home.
Pentos is my home. And that of my children.
Daemon, I know we've had our differences, but let them pass with the years. There's a place for you in my court. That's something you should need.
I need nothing.
He gives Viserys a hard look. Viserys searches Daemon's face. Daemon hangs his head.
Brother.
Daemon strides away from Viserys. Rhaenyra watches him go.
Sorry for your loss, my prince.
Daemon eyes Otto.
No matter how fat the leech grows, it always wants for another meal.
He glares, then walks.
And he says that to Otto. He says, no matter how much a leech grabs blood, they always want more. And he pushes it with Otto right there. Can I? Is this what am I doing here?
For a blazing hearth in the throne room. Corlys paces behind her.
Oh, it's not showing on the stream though.
She wanted to come home.
It's not actually showing it, so I can't. I was wondering if I could do that, but I can't.
And he denied her.
Daemon did what he thought best.
So after all of this, we get a scene with Rhaenys and Corlys talking. We got drunk ass Aegon gets beat up by Otto and dragged to bed. We see Laenor also being dragged to bed as well, as both of them are drunk and making a mess. And then we get Corlys and Rhaenys having this conversation. It's a continuation of a conversation that we've heard them have a few times, but this is sort of the final nail in the coffin of the particular conversation.
Daemon only ever does what is best for Daemon. Laenor needed our maesters.
She sets an earring down on a small table beside her. Corlys stands with his back turned to her.
The surgeons in Pentos are as well trained as our maesters.
He turns to her.
Yeah,
she sags in her seat.
I can't believe he let Otto come back as easy as he did too. And that's one of those things that I would have liked to see some sort of conversation on screen happening about the perception and the understanding of trying to get Otto coming back in that situation. Hey, we got the one and only AK watch. I still want to call you AK AK-47, but AK watch in the live chat. Make sure you follow AK for all of her fun adventures in different live streams and such. But trivia, fuck yeah, especially. Okay, here we go. Let's continue on this.
You're looking to place blame for an act of the gods.
Mayhaps the gods have scorned us
He eyes her.
for our insatiable pride.
She drops another earring onto the table.
She drops some more shit onto the table, and she gives Corlys that look like, stop trying to make me queen in your mind, and let's just talk like real motherfuckers here. And I'm going to sum this one up in a little bit. I love how she's just like, let's talk like real motherfuckers. These kids aren't your blood. And Corlys is like, I don't care. You know what? I don't care, because history doesn't remember blood. They remember names. It's an interesting perspective. Who's right in this situation? Is Corlys right that history will remember the names, or will history remember that these kids were bastards? I don't know. What does history remember? If we're in the Game of Thrones time period and we think about Fire and Ice and a world song about the World of Ice and Fire, not Fire and Blood, and the World of Ice and Fire, both of those, it's more rumors, right? It's not actual factual evidence, so it's still they're considered through history in that situation. So we do know how history views things, because we know the accounts in Fire and Blood and the World of Ice and Fire. Girl Nettle says Corlys is right. Killmonger, Corlys is right.
The crown was yours until those fools at the Great Council plucked it from your head.
She stares into the fire.
Is it such a terrible thing for your husband to wish to win it back?
Tonight of all nights, let us lay aside this falsehood.
He's right if he's able to kill everyone who disagrees with him. That's true.
It's not just
Bloody Talker, you have a point there. If you're able to kill everyone that knows a lie, does your truth become the truth? A lot of people through history have done that very thing. Whatever history is. So it is true in a sense. If he wins and he kills everyone that could make a stink about that, yeah, they are his blood. I mean, they are his name.
Throne, if not for yourself, then for the scions of your house. I gave up the idea of wearing a crown a generation ago. It is you, Lord Husband, who refuses to abandon this pursuit, even now at the cost of our children.
She tears her gaze from him and stares at the floor.
One more huge thanks for Apulia for the super chat donation and for being an amazing channel member, for the full ounce of support. Apulia, thank you so much for the years of support on Patreon and now as a channel member, and always being amazing to me. You are incredible, and have a good night.
Corlys stands rigidly. He opens and shuts his mouth.
Hey, we got the one and only Studio 11, Uncle D. Hey, Phil. Finally got home from the studio and I'm about to watch the episode, but had to stop in one last time before song. Cheers, my brother. Thank you so much, Uncle D, for popping in the live chat. And thank you for checking out Teflon TV and the usual suspects earlier as well. My pre-show cast that I do with Tony and Bridge 4 every week at 6:30 p.m. for a couple of hours before the episode airs. You can check that out. And lots of other videos that we've done over the last couple of years about Game of Thrones topics. Tony and I did a bunch of what ifs with Bridge as well. And we did some Winds of Winter prediction stuff too. So you can check out all the usual suspects content over there on Teflon TV.
Corlys takes the seat beside her.
What is this brief mortal life?
Mark says, this is a really great sort of Shakespearean way of saying what he's about to say right here. What is this life? Rewind it a second because I really want to hear it. Mark Houston says, you know what? I don't know what to do. I'm about to call Saul. You better call Saul right now.
Corlys stands rigidly. He opens and shuts his mouth. Corliss takes the seat beside her.
What is this brief mortal life? If not the pursuit of legacy.
Legacy may be why you live your life, Corliss.
He gives her a steady look.
It just, the way he says that reminds me so much of, oh, what a piece of work is man. How noble in reason, how infinite in wisdom. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do the whole monologue. But it just reminds me of the beginning of a Shakespearean monologue.
He's back into his chair. The flames flicker between them.
How infinite in wisdom. How like a god.
Pass through Lena's line to Baylor.
So she wants the family fortune to go to Lena's kids, and she says this is a perfect opportunity to hide it because let's speak true between the two of us. Rhaenyra's kids aren't your blood. Stop trying to make it a thing. It's not a thing. They're not your blood. Stop. And, you know, I get her perspective. She wants
True Valarian blood. Declare it now, I'll all are gathered.
No, I gotta figure out why it's not playing on the screen. They probably make it so I can't show it on this, so I can't show it on the stream. So I'm trying to show the visuals too here. I'm trying to see if I can do something different this time and actually show you guys the videos. Oh yes, we're finally making it. We've got the porn bots are here. Girl Nettles with the amazing super chat donation. You're incredible. I'm pretty sure Allison got pregnant this episode when she had to go apologize to the king. It's certainly a possibility. And thank you so much for that super chat donation. Girl Nettles, let me go and spin the wheel for you. He-Man, dun 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 dun. So Corlys and Rhaenys have this whole conversation, and it's a good conversation. I think we covered it.
And we will say that is how we will.
Rhaenys takes his hand into hers.
But Lena's are.
I want to hear
His
this
chest
one line.
rises and falls as he looks to the fire.
Yeah, recap guy.
They are her legacy.
And then, yeah, I got to do my recap voice like this. And then they talk about who's going to get Driftmark and my grandbabies. That's going to do it. And then fuck Rhaenyra's kids. They ain't mine. And then they continue.
History does not remember blood.
He turns to her.
It remembers names.
Her throat strains. He pulls his hand away, then gets to his feet.
You know what, recap guy? I feel comfortable. I mean, I know I alienated some people. I probably lost a bunch of people during that stretch and yada, yada, yada. But I think Recap Guy did a good job. Did Recap Guy do a good job holding down the fort? I'm sure he did even better than Joe when I leave Joe alone. Joe's like Garth. When I leave him, he's like, "Hi, I'm hosting the show." So I hope Recap Guy did his job well. But back to Corlys and Rhaenys. I really like the scene. I did too. I thought we've had versions of this scene this season so far between the two of them, but this was the apex of it. And I love this interaction where finally Corlys was like, yeah, you know what? It's not about that. It's not about any of that. This is my chance. I'm taking it. I don't care. Better call Davos. Now, I'm no big city lawyer, but I think I need to get this Saul Goodman on my case. I do. This couple seemed to have so much genuine affection for each other. They reminded me of Kat and Ned. The scene broke my heart. Yeah, breaking my heart. It's true. And they do. They are the Kat and Ned of the series in the sense of the actual real relationship that works. I love them as a couple too. Keep it sharing, keep it liking. If you haven't and you're watching this and you're like, oh, I haven't hit the like button yet, hit that like button. Help this keep pushing out to more people. I see you voicemailers. We got a bunch more voicemails that we're going to get to in a few minutes here. We got Bloody Talker again in area code 773. I will play both your messages soon as we get through a little bit more of the recap. But trust me, any voicemail that you leave tonight, we're going to play it. I won't end this show until I've played all your voicemails. 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. Okay, Rhaenyra and Daemon have their moment in the next scene. This is the big Rhaenyra and Daemon scene as they talk about. We find out that Rhaenyra and Laenor tried to have a baby several times. They laid together at least, she doesn't say how many, but they had sex a few times. It just didn't take. And they didn't do it enough. And then she took matters into her own hands, but she wanted to have his kids. She cares about him. Rhaenyra talk about what happened at Harrenhal, about her paramour, about did Daemon love Laena? And he's like, yeah, I got along with her. And she's like, oh, that's a challenge enough. She entertained you enough? Well, that's good. They go back and forth, and she gets on him. She's like, you fucking abandoned me.
Some jagged driftwood at the crest of a hill. He pauses and looks out.
Oh, wait.
He smiled to mourn my losses.
Daemon gives her a significant look. Her gaze drops to the sand. Then she opens and closes her mouth. She looks back up, meeting his eye.
Jack Me Off says, best recap scene approaches. We don't have a standout one. Like last week, obviously, hearing the Aegon scene was hilarious. Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
Rhaenyra steps closer to Daemon, then slowly runs her hand up the length of his arm. She slides her hand up his chest to his neck.
He
searches her face.
I'm no longer a child.
She moves her hand from his throat, then gradually leans closer. Rhaenyra and Daemon kiss. Their kissing intensifies.
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
They pull their lips apart slightly.
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
They stare into each other's eyes.
Touch me like my uncle does. Touch me like my niece does. It's the Targaryen party. Oh yes, you need some incest to make the party go.
The edges of the waves foam as they lap at the coastline behind them. Daemon gently holds Rhaenyra's chin, then guides her face to his. They kiss passionately. They kneel together under the skeleton of an old shipwreck.
Sorry. Whoa, sorry. Sorry about that. I didn't know how else to cover this scene. So Daemon and Rhaenyra make the sweet love. And it's special. Kind of special that can only happen between an uncle and a niece.
Rhaenyra gazes into Daemon's face as she gradually undoes.
Tonti says, not the lyrics. Not the music. Stop. Stop now.
The laces of his vest.
I feel like Barry White's about to pop out. I wish I could do that voice. Tony says Chicago. Tony Chicago says, that was awesome. Sorry, I apologize for that. That was bad. That was bad stuff. I don't know what came over me. Hey, everybody. I can't believe we're sitting here listening to Recap Guy and Porn Funk Phil. I think this dude definitely has issues. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Whoa, what was that? What'd you just say?
Rhaenyra slips off his vest. Daemon gingerly cups her face. Rhaenyra lies under him on the sand. He lowers her stockings and runs a hand up the length of her leg.
You like my hand up your leg?
His fingers press into her thigh as he thrusts into her.
Like a press-on nail.
He lowers his face to hers, and she raises her lips to his.
Touch it. Spank it.
She traces his back with her fingers, then slides a hand down the back of his trousers. Rhaenyra cranes her head back and pulls Daemon closer as he continues to thrust.
As he continues to thrust?
She grips the back of his neck while staring up through the bones of the shipwreck into the night sky.
Okay, so somehow, some way, recap guy is making this even dirtier. Recap guy, I might be saying some occasional, like I'm adding on the top of it here, but let's credit the real comedic genius of recap guy. Who's writing recap guy's recap? Like, is HBO approving this? Like, and then he squat thrusts into Rhaenyra like only an uncle could. I mean, it's hilarious. I want to watch everything on HBO now with recap guy.
Aemond crouches behind tall grasses on the.
Okay, we're getting to another scene here. Okay, thank goodness we'll space. I need to take a cold shower after that scene. Wow, recap guy is killing it tonight. I wasn't sure. So who said that we're getting to the good part with recap guy? You were right. You're right. I have to listen back to that song and hopefully that wasn't horrible. And if not, clip that and put that out on its own. Yeah, I love sci-fi. I'm feeling extra dirty right now. I am. That dog better not come over here. We're gonna do some more French kissing. Oh my goodness. Exactly, Girl Nettles. Recap guy knows what the fuck he's doing. He knows. We're in on you, recap guy. I know you watch this.
Beach. He looks up at high hills sweeping out before him. He stands and hurries toward the hills across from him. The wind combs through.
I'm suddenly the music and I know I added the music, but that whole thing was a bit too much for me.
Through the tall grass surrounding him.
I am a little verklempt. I got to give you guys something to talk about. Talk about why they call them apartments when they're so close together. Discuss. Gosh. Why they call them a TV set when you only get one? I don't know. I'm a little verklempt.
Aemond reaches a large piece of jagged driftwood at the crest of a hill.
Driftwood is the name of the episode. Ding, ding, ding.
He pauses and looks out. He rushes off down the...
Tonight was the first night I watched it with I'm glad, and you might see other people playing with Recap Guy in the future. Remember who started this? Remember who discovered Recap Guy? We discovered Recap Guy here on the Issues program. You guys and me. Us. We discovered Recap Guy because 1 week when the English wasn't working, and the only English that was working was Recap Guy. So we had to do Recap Guy by necessity. Otherwise, I wouldn't know the beauty that is Recap Guy, and we might not all be awoken like Otto to Alicent's insanity.
Hill.
Julia Dawn says, I don't think the chemistry between Rhaenyra and Daemon is as good as it was between Millie, though they haven't spent enough time together establishing it. I don't want to beat a dead dragon dead. I don't want to. That was a little redundant. I don't want to beat Denver the Last Dinosaur into a dead dragon here. But, and I do not. I keep wanting to preface this to say that this isn't something I'm saying that is making me not feel the series. I am enjoying this performance. The second Rhaenyra, I'm blanking on her name. Emma Darcy, not Emma Darcy. Is that her name, or is that the name of? No, that's the name of Alicent. What is new Rhaenyra's name? Anyways, I do appreciate her performance. She's doing a great job, and blah 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 blah. What I'm gonna say right now has nothing to do with the fact that I am enjoying the series in these last 2 episodes just as much, but I also liked Millie Alcott's performance a bit better overall. Just her mannerisms, her cadence of the way she delivers dialogue, everything. Granted, I was 5 episodes in on her. I'm only 2 in on this actress. Oh, I got it right. Olivia Cook's Alicent. Okay, thank you. I did get it right. Emma Darcy. Emma Darcy's excellent. She's been excellent in these 2 episodes. I have no complaints about her performance. And that's the same thing with the pacing. I'm enjoying every episode to episode. If you ask me, Do I prefer shows that take their time a little bit more? My favorite shows of all time are friggin' Better Call Saul and The Sopranos, 2 shows that definitely took their time. No, I'm not saying those are my 2 top, but I enjoy Mad Men as well, a show that definitely took its time. Nothing happened for a season just to establish the characters. So I appreciate shows that really flesh out characters and are character profile pieces and take their time. It's the theater in me. It's the theater geek in me. But when something works, it fucking works. Emma Darcy's doing an excellent job as Rhaenyra. I prefer Millie Alcott's performance. She's my Rhaenyra. I'd wear a t-shirt with her picture on it saying, my Rhaenyra. I loved her performance. I could have, in a perfect world, I would have rather them age her up. And I know people are saying that wouldn't be possible. This girl's more of an adult. Emma Darcy's playing it more as an adult. So I understand that, and I can't poo-poo on her performance. This is completely biased, personal opinion. Just like I love Olivia Cook's performance way better than Allison's performance, young Allison, but young Allison did a great job. I'd say both Rhaenyras are doing... I think their performances are equal for what they were presented with to do. But I do agree that Millie Alcott has better, sharp chemistry with Matt Smith on screen, where I feel the energy. I haven't quite felt that with her and with Emma Darcy and Damon yet, or Matt Smith yet. I don't feel that same chemistry. But maybe it's because Millie Alcott, as a young actress, looks up to Matt Smith as an actress, so you can see the deference in her face when she's looking at him, so it's so real. Whatever. It just works. And again, this is nothing against the current actor's performance, and I won't dwell on this forever, because eventually it's not going to matter, because 4 seasons of this show are going to be with this actress playing this role, this actor playing the role, and only 5 episodes are going to be with Millie. But Millie did a great job. The HBO app. No poo-pooing. But Millie rocked it, yeah. Rhaenyra finally got the touch of Damon's joystick. Oh my God, if Recap Guy did a podcast with Phil, I want to get Recap Guy. Let's find Recap Guy and actually get Recap Guy on the show. I'm going to search it out. I mentioned this before, but I briefly watched the episode of The Sopranos with Recap Guy, and it's a different Recap Guy. This guy's the best, though. No offense to other Recap Guys. This guy, by far, is the best Recap Guy. Exactly. I'm not complaining. And this is one of those things that I think in analysis of things right now, everyone wants to be, either trashing it or you're loving it. Both actors are killing it. But I can have a preference. And as of right now, I feel like some of the chemistry aspects, some of the interesting aspects of the dynamic performance that Millie had going on, I would like to see evolve into the character that we see. But that's just me being a piggy. That's just me being a piggy, being Balerion the Pink Dread over here and wanting to eat up all the snacks and get what I want, not the show that they're trying to do, which is fucking awesome. So who the fuck cares what I want? You know what I'm saying? Like, really, when it comes down to it. But yeah, whatever. For Jack Me Off giving us a $2 super chat for discovering Recap Guy. You know what? I'm a pour a drink for this one, buddy. This is a shot. Let's take a shot to Recap Guy. Toast him up wherever you are. Recap Guy. This is super dirty. I'm blushing. I'm glad that the audio, I'm not going to say I made anyone blush. I'm not going to take that much credit, but I'm glad to be a part of the blushing process. Okay, so
he sprints across the clearing in the tall grass to another steep hill.
Okay, we see this is Aemon. I don't know if we want to listen to the Recap Guy do this, but let's listen to a little bit of Recap Guy.
Flaps in the wind as he crawls up it.
So Aemon looks constipated as he's on the beach running towards something. He sneaks up what sounds like Vhagar, looks huge and depressed or sleeping, and he sees him. He wakes him up. Aemon wants to ride, and he tries. Rhaegar's like, fuck you, I'm tired. Rhaegar's like, listen, everybody, I can't do it. I don't want to talk anymore. And Rhaegar's like, listen, motherfucker.
He looks out intently.
Hey, Hey there, boys. I see y'all doing your free.
And then Aemon is watching this whole situation and going through it. And
Aemon steps closer while the dragon's maw clenches. His hand trembles as he reaches out to the ropes.
He very good at what he does, my friend. I definitely agree with that, Freddie. And I met him. He's a good dude. I met him in person. He's a good dude. Okay, so Aemon wanted to ride and try to get Vhagar, like, fuck you. And Vhagar's like, yeah, whatever. And he gives him his commands. And Vhagar looks at him like, you know what? It's going good. So whatever, let's go. And Vhagar seems to be accepting him. And then he jumps on his back and Vhagar opens the eyes. A very cool scene when he opens his eyes. Very Jurassic Park.
She lifts her head and peers at him, fangs bared.
We're gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna give full credit for Tony saying this immediately. We were talking in the post show of the pre-show, and Tony was saying the same thing. We've all, or anyone that came to the Con of Thrones in Nashville, the second one, rode the bull riding and did the bull riding challenge, can attest to even riding a bull ride, like a fake bull riding kind of thing. The feeling of being thrown off it is it's hard to hold on. And now this isn't just a bull. This is a dragon in the air and the kid's hanging off of it. Like look, Goofy's our dragon and Weird Al is the kid. The kid's like hanging, that kid would be dead. The kid would be trash on the ground, a snack for Vhagar. But no, he's got the dragon blood, he's got the dragon magic, he's got the touch, and he connects with Vhagar, and suddenly we're in a never-ending story.
His feet into the open air while he clings onto the saddle with one hand. He grits his teeth and pulls himself onto the saddle while Vhagar climbs higher through the air, her body vertical. Vhagar dives to the ground.
I know he's got 16K watching him right now. Wow. Can he give up just like one of those 1,000, send this way just for a little while? I bet a bunch of them would stay. Hey, Alt, if you're watching this right now, if someone pop in his chat, say, send some people Fill the Issues guys way, you know? We could use just one of those 1,000 people. Come on over this way, you know? Double fist it, my friend.
She swoops up over a hill and across the sand. Aemon dodges a flock of birds flying against them.
So, okay, I don't want to listen to too much of this scene because it is what it is. He's flying the dragon. He bonds with Vhagar, takes Vhagar. The kids watch him from a distance. They see what's happening, and all hell breaks out. They gang up and they beat his ass down, or they try to beat his ass down, but Aemon's just a dick. He's a dick back to them. He doesn't care. He's like, fuck you.
Aemon steps away from Vhagar. Aemon knocks Luke back.
Vhagar has a new rider now. She was mine.
Out of bed. Rhaenyra lies on the sand, staring up. Rhaenyra approaches.
Sorry, I'm fast.
Your mother's dead. Vhagar has a new rider now.
Like in 2 seconds right there, your mother's dead and Vhagar's got a new rider. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, whoa, this kid's got balls.
She was mine to claim. Then you should have claimed her. Maybe your cousins can find you a pig to ride. You'd suit you.
And the like 500,000 subscribers or however the fucking many subscribers he has too, Pete. That does it too.
Bela's sister charges him. He throws her to the ground. Bela jabs.
Now, I was going to recap this, but let's just listen to Recap Guy. He does it better than I do.
Grabs his face. Aemon punches her to the sand.
Come at me again and I'll feed you to my dragon.
Jace lunges and punches him. Aemon dodges his next several blows, then kicks him to the ground. Luke grabs at him, but Aemon punches him down. Luke lies inert. Jace stands and shoves Aemon to the sand. He, Bela, and her sister pummel him. Aemon shoves the sisters back, then rolls Jace off of him. Luke charges him, then Aemon grabs Luke by the throat and squeezes hard. Luke clenches his teeth as Aemon feels around the sand. He grabs a rock, stands, and holds it over Luke.
You want to die? Live or die, man. Live or die.
You will die screaming in flames just as your father did. bastards.
My daddy's alive.
Doesn't know, does he? All strong.
My daddy's
Jace whips out his knife.
Jay!
Aemon knocks Luke back, then dodges Jace's slashes. He smashes Jace in the head with the rock.
I know,
Aemon raises the rock over.
The All Valley tournament started early this year, and Hawk seems to be doing really well, but Johnny Lawrence is going to win in the end.
Jace looks into Bela and her sister's eyes. Luke pulls Jace's knife from the ground, and Jace flings sand into Aemon's face. Aemon's face screws up, and he stumbles back. Luke slashes his eye. Aemon falls and punches his eye as it gushes blood.
Oh, bloody motherfucker. Oh, take it. Take it. And then someone steps in. How come that someone always steps in right at the end when everything's already been done? So then we get to the king asking some questions.
Viserys glowers.
Well, that's a very specific word. Viserys glowers. Viserys looks pissed.
I will have answers. The princes were supposed to be at bed, Mike.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene Oakland. The kids went to the left, they went to the right. They uppercut. Bam, 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 I tell you. There's a bam there. I'm like Emerald Lagasse over here. Bam, 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 bam. You're like, what am I listening to right now?
Who had the watch?
Young prince.
Jace used the Kungly Bloodsport move.
Attacked by his own cousins, Your Grace.
You swore oaths to protect and defend my blood. I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
King's guard have never.
Oh, we're sorry, King. You're kind of we know him. Why don't you lose another fucking part of your body, Viserys? Do you even have your dick anymore? What parts have fallen out? Can we get an account? Show me on the Weird Al doll what parts of your body you have and what parts you don't, buddy.
Princes,
that is no answer.
It will heal. Will it not, Maester?
The flesh will heal.
A maester sews the gash over Aemon's eye.
Oh, he sewed up that gash.
The eye is lost, Your Grace.
And he pokes his finger in it. You hear like a kind of sound. What the fudge?
Allison gapes, then grabs Aegon.
Where were you?
Me?
Julia, Weird Al's always been one of my favorites. I was lucky enough to meet him at some point in time. I wish I had the picture easily available. I might have it on my phone. I just switched phones today, so my phone's all fucked up right now. But I met Weird Al. He was a great guy. I went up to him after one of his shows. I looked at him. I spread my arms out wide, and I said, "Dad?" And he looked me up and down, gave me the once-over, and turned to me and goes, "I don't know, maybe." And that's my Weird Al story. And then he posed for this picture with me, just to prove. Sorry, it's out of focus for whatever reason. I know. There you go. That's myself and Weird Al. I'll get the picture on the stream next time so I can actually show it, not all fucking blurry and shit. But yeah, he was actually a really awesome dude in person.
What was that for? It was nothing compared to the abuse your brother suffered while you were drowning in your cups, you fool.
Myself as well, Mark. Let's keep it going.
What is the meaning of this?
Corlys sweeps his gaze across the room, while Bela and Rhaena hug Rhaenys.
Okay.
Rhaenyra enters.
Luke!
Rhaenyra kneels by Luke.
Show me. Who did this?
And then the kids come in, and everyone's like, it's like a scene from season 1 where everyone's complaining to the king that the people got into a fight as a precursor for war with the kids, and the kids are being sound pieces for like what the parents had to say. I don't know why I started to talk like that, but as my sunglasses were upside down, I felt like that's how that person would talk. If someone that truly believed that this was the look to get them going on streams, to make themselves unique. Hey everybody, this is Phil. I'm not Issues Guy anymore. I'm Phil Future, and I'm here to talk about this episode of the House of the Dragon, dude. Yeah. Okay. Please keep drinking, Mark. I'm with you. We'll keep toasting some drinks as this scene is pretty crazy intense. I feel like this scene gets way more intense than the equivalent scene of the Cersei with Ned and all of that nonsense that happened there. In I forget which episode in season 1 of Game of Thrones. This feels even more intensified, especially with the way it concludes with Alicent doing the cannonball run with the knifey for stabby.
He attacked Baylor!
My babies are
Looks across the throne room to Daemon as he leans against a door watching.
Enough. Enough.
Yeah, everyone listens to this king. He's a well-respected guy around the campfire.
Silence!
Jace leans toward Rhaenyra.
Mommy!
Rhaenyra smoothly stands and clasps her hands.
So this shit gets really intense. Let's fast forward through this a little bit. And we get to the point where the king is basically like, everyone shut this shit down. They investigate.
Birth was put loudly to question.
What?
Called us bastards.
Alicent's gaze drops and her eyes widen.
We got the amazing Centovia Major, who has Goofy next to her name, which means she's been supporting the channel as a member for over a month. She's up to our second badge. So Centovia Major, thank you so much for all your support. I'm coming with some data and lore for you ASAP. I know I keep saying that, but I really do mean it. As we have Alicent.
Aemond works his jaw.
My sons are in...
Tell me the truth, boy. Tell me the truth of it.
Your Grace, I could not find sleep. I had gone out to walk.
Entertaining his young squires. Adventure.
Corlys eyes her. Kristen smirks until he meets Harold's eye.
Aemond.
So we don't have to listen to all of this. This scene gets really intense really quick. It just amps up to the point where the king is all about just saying, like, let's forgive and forget this situation. And Alicent says that's insufficient. And she grabs a fucking knife out of his holster and pulls it and tries, because she wants to take one of the eyes of Rhaenyra's kids. And it ending up that Aemon is like, yeah, this is a good deal. I traded Vhagar for my eyes. I'll do that. One of my eyes. I got another one. I'm fine. I got Vhagar now. I get the most powerful dragon in the world. Fuck all. And Otto even agrees with it at the end. And Alicent goes and holds the knife up to Rhaenyra, and they have a little wrestling match, and Rhaenyra just rips her in half. It's like, yeah, now everyone knows who you are. You're a fucking psychopath and blah, 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 blah. And then Alicent cuts her fucking wrist or her hand, her arm up. And it's super intense. It's a really intense situation. Yeah, I want an eye for an eye, she says. Ugh. So yeah, sorry I wasn't as concise as Recap Guy, and I'm like swearing every other word. I'm like, and then this fucking shit happens, and this shit happened here. This stuff happened here, and the king was like there. So Aemon gets up and he says it's a fair exchange. I gave him an eye, but got a dragon. And they all head out. Then Otto comes in to talk to Alicent. Shoot. We might be out of luck here. The video, the HBO Max has froze, and I'm refreshing and it's not working. Anyways, I don't want to worry about this too much. So let's say goodnight to Recap Guy. Good night, Recap Guy. You did a great job tonight. Okay, so Otto comes to talk to Alicent. He says, listen, yeah, you lost your composure. Yeah, you did some crazy shit, but I like this side of you. For the first time, this is the first time I think we can actually win. That you have what it takes to win. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm fucking crazy. She's like, no. You did a great job. And he also says Aemon was right, and he needed to get this. This was the best thing that could have happened, getting this dragon. Then Otto and Aemon, he made a great deal getting Vhagar. So then we're here with Rhaenyra with her wound from Valyrian steel. It'll be a clean thing. Laenor is there, and they talk and they go back and forth. And this is all the foreplay to our big final conclusion. Alicent Alicent is told by Otto to make up with the king, so they speak no more of it, and they're made up. So we go off to the dragon. We see the 3 dragons flying out as Rhaenyra watches from above, and Rhaenyra and Daemon have this ongoing monologue while the remainders of the scene of the episodes happen. We see Larys talking some more shit in Alicent's ear. Rhaenyra's like, Daemon, listen, I need an uncle. She talks in Valyrian, but we need to bind together and beat these green-ass bastards. Marry me. Be my husband. Let's do this shit together. And Daemon's like, oh, no, but he basically agrees with it. He goes, Laenor needs to be dead. And then we cut this with Daemon going up to Laenor's lover, and basically what we're presented, it looks like he's asking him to kill Laenor. But what he's really doing is saying, go somewhere else, live there, take him, escape, let's set up this fake situation. And they set up this whole big fake out where it looks like Laenor gets killed by him in the middle of the main hall of the Valyrian Hall of Driftmark. And really, it's a big setup, and he shaves his head, and he takes off. So, yep. I mean, there's not much more to talk about. That's basically what happens. We talked about that earlier tonight. I don't know how much more to unpack that other than to say they did a really good job hiding that and making it be an actual surprise in the episode. But that's basically our episode. It ends there on that point as we're leading into the final few episodes this season where the action is probably going to be amped up. The question I have for you in the live chat right now is, do you guys think that Viserys dies by the end of this season? Or does he make it into season 2? And let's close our poll here as we have over 150 votes, and the majority of our live motherfucking chat is on Team Black. So we had 83% on Team Black, 16% on Team Green. So it's not a complete shutout. So let's go into into our voicemails and texts here, because I may jump onto another show too. Pete's Live Music says, is there a chance that Recap Guy is actually an AI simulated voice? His emphasis is weird sometimes. I thought that too for a second, but then I watched other shows and it's a different voice. It could be computerized shit, but if not, we're going to find Recap Guy and he's going to be on the damn show. We're going to find this damn Recap Guy and I'm going to get him on my podcast. I'm going to interview him and we're going to talk about what's it like to be Recap Guy. Heath Hinton, what's up, buddy? Number 1, if the king would give Alicent a good screaming, she might be 30% less Karen. And number 2, can we all call Aemon One-Eyed Willie now? Do you fly without depth perception? I wonder if that's going to be a problem eventually with him. Good thing he has the biggest and most powerful and angriest and greatest dragon of them all. And that's certainly possible. Great comments as always. Fuck the Greens. He pulled a switcheroo. The old switchy stein. Switcheroos. Okay, so let's listen to we have a couple of voicemails left. Let's listen to, first of all, this good buddy, Mr. Taka.
Hey, Phil. I think everybody's been way harsh on
Bloody Talker, there's some issue with your phone line, as you can hear. Let me see if it fixes itself here.
in here. All right? Look, I've seen parents react worse than that on a clean hit at a high school hockey game.
Okay, I'm not denying the quality of which your voicemail is in terms of content. This seems like it's a very funny voicemail. It's making me want to play more of it. But that sounds tough for me. I don't know if it's as bad for you guys, but let's go.
Parents almost getting into fights and shit. And
Okay, I'm sorry, Bloody Talker. I tried. Can't be done. It can't be done. It's area code 773.
Hello, Lord Phil. It's Roger again. I managed to calm down a little bit after that episode. One of the things I want that was
It could have been me, Bloody Talker. It might not be you.
something in my mind was
Jack me off says it sounds like Arrow's Landing.
it's kind of like a prime example of what a girl can become. I feel like I personally feel like a girl's mind is more fragile than a boy's mind, and that's not me trying to be sexist. That's just like, I feel like a girl's mind can be great if taken care of properly, and the way Rhaenyra was kind of derailed by people like her uncle really made me feel for her. Made me feel like she could be better, but she's being led astray. I feel like Rhaenyra could be a great leader, but people like Daemon aren't healthy for her life. And I'm realizing too that Aegon's siblings would feel more trusted if they ruled over Aegon. But after this episode, I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next episode. And
Oh, sorry, you got cut off there for a second. Let me go back to you. Go back. Play it again, Sam.
And, yeah, just thanks for being you again. I said it before. I say it again. Thank you for being you, Phil. Thanks for being you.
Oh,
you said that there's so many people out there that we could be listening to, but whenever Game of Thrones or Better Call Saul or whatever is over, you are the first person I wanted to come see after the show has concluded. So, again, thank you for being you. No one else can be you. So be the best you can be.
Thank you so much for the voicemail. Much appreciated. And you're right. There's no other me. I was out here first babbling about here back in 2013. So I'm excited to still be out here almost 10 years later babbling about things after they air like a silly, silly boy. But what I don't underestimate or don't take lightly is how lucky I am to have anybody or all of you folks joining me to talk about this stuff together. And I will be back next week. Next week will be a normal week. The week after will be a slightly different show. I might be slightly short because I'm literally leaving 3 hours later on a jet plane for a couple days to the Universal Studios in Florida to experience some roller coasters and good old-fashioned silliness. So I'm going to be going away for a couple days, but I'm not going to miss any recaps. It's just I might be slightly shorter, not next week, but the following week. We might do an hour show instead of like a 2.5-hour show. So, yeah, whatever. But I'm going on vacation down to Orlando for a couple days down in Universal, dude. Igor, it's been a long ride. Phil, one of the first YouTube channels I started watching. Igor, you're literally one of like the handful of first subscribers to my channel, I believe. You're in that first group with some other folks that I still remember and still pop in sometimes. I hope to hear you and Joe talk about how shitty it is. Oh, we're gonna talk. The Walking Dead did start tonight. I haven't watched the episode. I will be watching it tomorrow. I might record something to talk about it. But other than that, Joe and I will be back on October 30th. That's right, the day before Halloween. Joe Dirty Locks, Phil the Issues Guy, myself will be back talking about the final few episodes of The Walking Disaster. We'll be excited to talk about that. I hope you join us after the season of House of the Dragon and get into it. I haven't watched it yet either. I'm imagining it's an excellent start to the final 8 episodes of The Walking Dead. I'm sure it's living up to the same quality that The Walking Dead's been the last couple of seasons of trash. I mean, great. Okay. Walking Dead had the most satisfying death this week. Dracarys bitch. Ooh, that's a little good. That's a good tease. I'm very excited to see that. Very excited to see that. So everyone, this has been. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up. It's about that time.
Shut the fuck up, fam.
Okay, everybody.
Shut the fuck up.
I drank a lot. I smoke a lot.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
talk a lot. But now it's time for the show to end.
Shut the
Off Podcast fans.
I don't smoke marijuana. I don't take LSD. Because I'm a country boy from Massachusetts. That's Massachusetts. That's right. That's me. Holy shit. Happy holidays in Westeros, everybody. We got the K Rich with the last minute super chat. You were amazing, K Rich, as always, for being incredible. Another one of our long times. Minty, love you, buddy. Thank you for popping in here. Sorry for the last minute, Minty. I highly recommend, if you're done here and you want to go check someone else out, go and check out Preston and Carmine. I'm not sure yet. It depends how long the dog takes. And I might join them for my late night. But if you're going to check someone out after this, please go out and check out Preston and Carmine. Love those guys. If not, I will be back next week, and I will be back at 6:30 with Tony and Bridge, and then back here. I also might, Tony mentioned this earlier for himself, but I also might be covering Interview with the Vampire. I have to watch the first episode before I decide if I want to talk about it, but maybe I'll come out. I want to do some pre-recorded stuff, some short videos, but I'll also be doing some more podcasts now. So yeah, join me. Good night, all. It's true. Good night. Oh, hi.
Let's play a game.
You want to play a game?
Body part do you need the least?
Can we play a game? Let's play a game. Oh, no.
You've been wondering
This is Ramsay Snow, my bastard.
who I am. You're just